I've always been a leader. I've always been, but the reason I'm a leader is because I've always been concerned about the people around me. I've been one that kind of, I feel what people are going through. So, when I left that place, man, I can't forget that place. Not in the way that some brothers do. Some guys, they leave and they ride off in the sunset. And just 3 days ago, they were talking to these guys before they went home and say, "Yo, I love you, bro. I'm gonna hold you down," and they don't do that. And one thing I do pride myself on, my word has been my word. Since I became a man, since I matured. And when I told them brothers I was gonna keep fighting for them, I meant that.
Very good. So you're working. However, it seems like you're doing other things. Like, can you want to talk about your organizations that you've started, or how did you get to the point of creating these organizations?
Yeah.
Um, I, I, I don't. I want to kind of list the ones that I know of, particular the We God organization
We got ink. Yep.
and the Protected campaign.
No, but that's a buddy of mine though. It's good
That's a
people.
buddy of yours.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
and then you also are involved in a cosmetology school.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Last and Layers of Beauty Institute.
All right. And am I missing anything else other than that?
Yeah, I got a social content platform called
Hmm.
D100 TV, and I think we just passed like 4 million views. So between
Wow.
like, yeah, I think on YouTube we're approaching like a million. TikTok, we got videos that are over like 750,000 views. But that's really like that social content platform. That's mine. That's my baby, and we kind of use that to inform and make people aware, and also kind of get people to think about tough subjects, not just prison. I talk about depression. I do a lot of short form, I guess, content about depression, suicidal thoughts, PTSD. I do things about bipolar. Not everything is about my life. It's oftentimes, or I would say a great percentage of the time, it's the thoughts reflected of the people that I know that call me at 4 in the morning or 7 at night, that are going through some real things. And then I've got a podcast that on there where I've been able to bring people back on, like ex-prison staff. And I got a guy on there that we used to be beefing. We wanted to harm each other, and now we're great friends. So it's things that are coming full circle on that. And then we're also using that on the advocacy side. We were able to campaign over 180,000 signatures for my brother's release. The Jefferson Ellie, the brother I was telling you that kind of helped shift me into the positive direction. And it's actually his organization, We Got Inc., which is weaving education, genealogy, occupation, destiny in the community. But me as the vice chair, I'm the active face because he's still incarcerated as we fight for his freedom. Um, there, I do a lot of short group facilitation. I do one for Black men's mental health. I do one for justice impacted people or reentry support group, basically for those that were incarcerated and their loved ones, so we can have dialogue about things that we face, things that we feel.
I,
Um,
I guess the question I would ask is why continue? I mean, for so long you've spent your life in the system. Why? I'm wondering, and of course I know why, but or I have a feeling why, but why?
man, what one for me, I've always been a leader. I've always been, but the reason I'm a leader is because I've always been concerned about the people around me. I've been one that kind of, I feel what people are going through. So, when I left that place, man, I can't forget that place. Not in the way that some brothers do. Some guys, they leave and they ride off in the sunset. And just 3 days ago, they were talking to these guys before they went home and say, "Yo, I love you, bro. I'm gonna hold you down," and they don't do that. And one thing I do pride myself on, my word has been my word. since I became a man, since I matured. And when I told them brothers I was gonna keep fighting for them, I meant that. But for me, it's even bigger than that. I love all my people. I don't care if you're black, brown, white, purple, green. But black and brown people specifically, we hurting, we leading the board when it comes to unnatural death and incarceration and all these things. So I'm gonna keep fighting for us as a whole, not just those that were incarcerated, but just in the communities. At the school, we don't just teach beauty, we teach financial literacy. We find them jobs. We're trying to make bosses and entrepreneurs, and just, I don't know, I just want to make sure everybody's all right. I know I can't do that, but I just want to do my part, the best of my part.
And so far, it seems like you've been successful at it. Uh, could you talk about some of the last event that I seen that you were in Atlanta?
So yeah, so the last one I was just on CBS 46 down here. I was able to be in the news again for the second time, but it was another group. Um, it was Dr. Barber, and forgive me, and a positive outreach development. Excuse me, I got it. That POD that hosted that event. It was the Hope Mixer in Morrow, Georgia, out here. And basically, what it was a bunch of freedom fighters, advocates, donors, some people that have the funds to back nonprofits because that's a major issue for us. Um, and it was just a lot of powerful people, and it was just a mixer. It's something that I kind of encourage everybody to do, and I preach it daily: is network, network, network. Come together, bring your strong suits to the table, and that's what that was about. And just seeing if we can come about with some more solutions for some people, that were incarcerated, etc.
Okay. So what's the future? What's the future? What is the ultimate plan from now on? Is it advocacy for prison reform? Is it advocacy for prison out treatment, or is it mental health? What is the ultimate goal? Or are you just seeing where God takes you?
Always, where God takes me, I'm always, cause I know he's gonna override me, right? But in my thoughts, first and foremost, just keep continuing to be, the best husband I can be, son, uncle, father, whatever it is, brother. Continuing to, pour my heart into the role of being a principal at the vocational school, because I don't ever want to leave those things behind. Because man, me and my wife, we fought, to open a school from 0 students to 30, which is a lot for a school that's just opening up. Um, and then outside of that, I'm getting ready to actually open, because everybody's been on me about it. And I've been procrastinating because I've been trying to support, which I will continue to do, support everybody else's causes. But I'm finally about to start my own 501c3. And that it's going to be a culmination of reentry services, mental health services, education services, what I call opportunity services. It's basically going to be a safe zone for our people, where if you come there, you're going to get something from it. And I don't know, it's been in the making. So that, and then the long term, the long shot, maybe politics one day, because now I know it's possible. I'm watching guys that have felony convictions on their record, get their records expunged and run for office. And I wouldn't mind getting involved just to, I don't know, just to try it, even on a low level.
Okay, that sounds interesting. I found out that you're actually a principal. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yep. Well, I mean, so me and my wife, we own a cosmetology school, Lasting
Hmm.
Layers of Beauty Institute. Um, and I'm the executive director, but the students, they know me as principal or Mr. Chris. Um, and as I tell everybody, I just support the staff. I got the greatest staff in the face of the planet Earth. The teachers are made, like, they bring their hearts and their minds to that building. And the school, it's crazy because our school is one of those places where the students don't want to leave, and we're grateful for that. Like, they find reasons to come back when they're not supposed to be there, and we don't have to advertise, because we've reached that place, and we're grateful and we're humbled by it. But it's word of mouth, from the students to the clients to our partnerships with different organizations. It's just, I don't know, it's working. So my job as principal is just, I don't know, just making sure everybody's good. I
It's
might
very,
I mop floors, I do whatever I got to do, even though I'm a principal.
yeah, it's a very interesting story. A prisoner from a prisoner to a principal, you
Yeah,
know, and that I think it's one of those tales of what got me interested in your story, which is one of the reasons why I invited you here. I really appreciate the time that you've given me. Is there anything that you'd like to speak to my audience or to say that kind of, or anything that I may have missed that you want to kind of put on the table?
Um, no, I would just say to the audience not to underestimate, what you can do in this life. If you're somebody that feels like you're in a rut or you can't get through something or this obstacle's too big, you're looking at somebody that did 17 years in prison. I went through it. I went through, man, so much. I lost everything. But when I came home, out of that situation, I worked hard and I remained, full of faith, and I kept walking forward despite what was thrown at me. So whether you've been to prison or not, the hole might seem deep, but you can climb your way out of it. And that's just what I want everybody to know, especially during these holidays.
Well, I'm a big fan, obviously. I've been following you for probably the last year or so, and I really appreciate it. Now, hopefully, we can get you to come back or whatever you need me to present to my audience. I'm a phone call away,
Appreciate it.
and I thank you for the conversation.
Thank you.
All
Yep. And
right,
let me know if I can do anything as well. It was
all
great.
right.